I haven't been around as much lately. Things have been so busy here. Get ready for a long update, because what has happened? Okay, now I am sure, after my last video, your #1 question has gotta be, Wally, what kind of combat have you majored in? That's a very good question, chat. I'm so happy you asked it. I'm here to tell you, melee combat. Believe it or not, the nickname Deadeye Lolly might be a little more ironic than I was hoping. I may or may not have caused something that's being called, and I quote, the biggest single disaster to strike an educational institution in 100 years. I think they're being dramatic. In my defense, they should have known better. Anyway, after that, it was determined I probably shouldn't be allowed within like 100 feet of ranged weapons. So they put me on melee weapons. Probably the right call though. I do like melee weapons more, and I've already started drafting up my plans for my own custom weapon. Yep, that's right. Who would have thought me, Lollipop, would have a custom melee weapon shaped, get this, like a lollipop. How cool is that? I designed it myself, kind of like I did with my uniform. I'll actually be ready soon, probably around when I graduate. I still think it'd be pretty neat if I could have the lollipop shoot lasers or something out of the center. But I'm pretty sure that would violate my ranged weapon ban. Good thing is though, I'm pretty killer with a melee weapon. I'm so bendy that I just kinda sway in the wind and dodge the attacks while floating right back in the strike. My instructor says like nothing they've ever seen. But to be fair, I think I might just be the first clown girl that I've ever had at an Axolaris state military school. At least in like 50 years or so. So, most of them genuinely never have seen anyone like me before. Clown genetics. I did want to work with ranged weapons, but it just wasn't in the cards. I guess it's better to say I cocked myself out of it though. Okay, so I was doing a routine training. You know, there's guns on battleships, right? And I'm in the Navy. So, I was fiddling around with it, making sure I knew what to do come battle day. Turns out, those things have safeties, and this was not on. So anyway, the school's gonna have brand new state-of-the-art dorms. Speaks to me. So I would prefer to approach it as a glass-half-full situation. Normally, training involves a full year of education. But with the circumstances and my relative proficiency for melee weapons, they have let me graduate in 5 months. So, I'm only a few weeks out. I started school back on April 16th, way back when, if you can remember it all the way there. And now it's like late August. I'll be graduating September 16th. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cool. I'm so close, I can't wait. I cannot wait to be finished. I feel so accomplished, and I'm so happy that I've spent my time here. I'm not sure I've ever really been part of something bigger than myself. Not until now. It feels good to be part of something, to be a crucial cog in the machine, as the state puts it. Without me, the whole machine could fall apart. And I couldn't live with myself if I stepped out and let that happen. I just couldn't do that to everyone. After I graduate, I think they're putting me down in the Candy Valley. I thought it was a weird choice considering, you know, Navy. I think they might just end up putting a battleship in the lake, which would be pretty ridiculous. I don't know how they'd get it there. They might have to do like a ship of Theseus kind of thing. I shouldn't complain though. I can't be too upset. Cause I'll be living close enough to my station that I don't have to move. I don't have to like live in like some awesome military building. And so I get to stay at my house. And that would be so nice. And then I can keep streaming too. Cause I don't have to leave my stuffs. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be one of the guards patrolling in the area. I don't think I'll have to do the checkpoints, which is a relief. Because I just generally find them annoying. I wouldn't want to do that to someone else. I wouldn't want to have to be like, papers, please? That's not my mojo. I know in previous vlogs I had mentioned being bullied at school, largely because of being a clown and everything. So I figured I might as well kind of, address that again. It's definitely still an issue, but not as much as like verbal bullying. I think they got all of that out in the first few weeks. You know, they can only say so many things before it starts just getting old. But then they just left me alone. But like, completely left me alone. I just don't have friends. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't need them. It's probably for the best that it's just you and me, chat. I don't need anything else. I'm sure of that now. Floods are great, but they'd only serve as an unwelcome distraction from everything going on in this moment. I'm almost done with school and need to prepare for my deployment. That's what matters right now. Generally, tensions are still pretty high here. The levels haven't exactly calmed down. Not that I would have expected them to be fair. But still, they've been ramping up their tactics by starting literature airdrops, trying to explain their reasons for fighting to the everyday Axolaris, hoping to recruit a couple more people to their side. And the worst part is, I think it might be lurking. I had to analyze one of their lurks for a class. It was actually really well put together. They have some decent arguments for wanting to reconnect with Earth, but they're just going about it the completely wrong way, like the worst way possible. They could have tried talking with the council, explain their reasoning. The council's very reasonable. Instead, they decided to attack and terrorize people all across Axolaris. It certainly doesn't attract people to their side, that's for sure. Or at least I hope it doesn't. Oh no. I'm just so excited to graduate. It is fun being in school again, but I'm ready for something new. Though, I'm also a touch nervous. Try not to dwell on those particular feelings. I just want to focus on the future. I have good hopes that this uprising will be easy to stop. Not that I think it'll be all thanks to me, but I can't see this lasting more than another couple of weeks. I tried to check in with my fans to see how they're doing, especially since they're a big part of the reason that I'm in military school in the first place, because I wanted to protect them, if you remember. However, I have not been able to reach them. Honk, I don't think I've heard from my mom in like months, now that I think about it. I wanted to visit, but it's just been hard with school. They kind of keep you busy all hours of the day. And plus, you know, I stream when I'm not in school. I know they'll come to my graduation. They wouldn't miss that. I know they will. I'll just see them then for sure. They'll be so proud of me. I can already tell. They always taught me to stand up for what I believe in. And I believe in a peaceful future for all of Axolaris and all Axolarians. Anyway, I should get back to studying for my finals. It's so close. Chat, I think I've only got like 3, maybe 4 weeks left. Oh, it's gonna go by so fast. I wonder if I should I take a graduation vacation? That could be kind of fun. I could go visit the desert. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Okay, chat. Wish me luck. Next time you see me, I'll be a military school graduate, baby. My finals are gonna kick my quitty cheeks in, but that doesn't matter. I will survive this. I will get through these last couple of weeks, and then I'll be a 2-time graduate, baby. Bye, everyone. Thank you for your continued support. I love and appreciate you all so much. Until next time.